What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we've got some brand spanking new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live, revealing official information, the very first TWAB of Season of the Haunted. And so, let's get started. But really quick, just before we do, guys, there is an absolutely massive AdvancedGG sale going on right now. It's buy one, get one free for this weekend, so absolutely click the link in the description down below and take advantage of this sale. Alright, now, as for what's going on this week in Destiny 2, well, since it was the launch of a brand new season, there's a lot going on. Some things I do want to point out. The main seasonal activity is going to be that nightmare containment activity. If you want to know anything more, I did do a video detailing everything you need to know about this specific activity. However, if you're someone who's already been doing this activity, kind of knows, the ins and outs of the season, and you're going after those certain resources. You need Vestige of Dread, you need Opulent Keys, and the like. There's actually a different farming method that I posted just last night. Absolutely, guys, check that video out specifically because, yeah, YouTube was kind of sus with the notifications and not many people got notified, so absolutely check that video out. Now, some more things you may want to know about. I did do videos on these, but I'm just going to say generally, the Resilience mod got an absolutely massive buff and now provides damage resistance. So absolutely check your character screen and hover over your Resilience. It will tell you how much damage resistance you have. An incredibly important, arguably the most important stat for PvE. So absolutely make sure you're spec'd into that to some degree. Now, in addition to all of that, Solar 3.0 has also gone live, so make sure you visit Ikora in the tower to gain access to a bunch more grenades and fragments. Additionally, don't you guys worry, I've got some absolutely saucy Solar builds on the way. Absolutely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss them. Alright, moving on from there, Bungie actually goes into great detail for exactly how the new Scythe works in-game. So you're going to find these objects in the Leviathan either during that nightmare containment activity, but you can also just find them during random public events in the gardens and the pools. And here's exactly what they do. So for the light attack, it's a horizontal slice and it launches out a wide solar projectile. It's a 4-hit combo. Hitting enemies with the light attack scorches them for 30 plus 20 stacks and deals damage, and the light attack also does melee damage to nearby targets when the player swings. Now for the air attack, it's going to launch out a single solar projectile with a cool spinning slice, same projectile as the light attack, just with more aerial flair. For the heavy attack, the slam, you're going to slam it into the ground and then send out a fan-shaped group of AoE flame damage. Hitting enemies with this attack is going to give them 50 plus 40 stacks of scorch and deal damage, and those stacks are all important because when you build up enough stacks, those enemies are going to ignite for an extra solar damage explosion. And also there's a Scythe perk where when you defeat enemies with the Scythe, you spawn orbs of healing solar light that float back to you and grant restoration +2. So some potential cool stuff that you may not have known about. But moving on from there, tomorrow at Reset, the brand new dungeon goes live. And as you can see, just like the rest of the season, Bungie isn't unveiling too much information. However, we do know some stuff from a previous update. As you can see right here, the rewards are broken down as the following. There's going to be one new legendary armor set per class. You can actually see it already in collections. People are really mad about how it looks. But then there's going to be 4 new legendary weapons, 2 new legendary reprised weapons, 1 exotic weapon, and an exotic catalyst likely for that exotic weapon, an exotic accessory, a ship or a sparrow, and 2 legendary emblems. Again, this stuff is actually located already within the collections, so you can just go browse through it and take a look at some of the stuff that is coming. But guys, moving on from there, Bungie actually talks more about Solar 3.0. Now, like I said earlier in the video, you want to go to Ikora and make sure to get the other classes, grenades and fragments and so on, but you may have noticed when doing so that certain fragments are locked. Well, Bungie actually explains what's going on here. So they say this was indeed intentional. Essentially, there is a community objective that really no one knew about until just this moment, and that goal is to hit 20 million completions of the Nightmare Containment activity. So once that's done as a community, then these 4 fragments, which are the following: Ember of Empyrean, Ember of Char, Ember of Ashes, and Ember of Wonder, those will be available for all players, again, once the community hits that goal. Now, some of you are probably thinking, wait a minute, I swear I had one of these. Apparently, there was actually a glitch, and essentially some veteran players who were already spec'd into Solar subclasses to gain access to Ember of Ashes and Embers of Wonder, which were again intended to be locked. Additionally, some players were not able to receive the 2 fragments that were meant to be available on day 1, called Ember of Eruption and Ember of Searing. So essentially, Bungie has made the decision that they don't want to remove any of these fragments from people's inventories, and then just all 6 fragments, so that's Ember of Empyrean, Char, Ashes, and Wonder, the ones intended to be locked, as well as Eruption and Searing, that again, people who gained access to Ashes and Wonder didn't get Eruption and Searing. Every single one of those 6 embers will all unlock at the same time when the community hits the goal. So basically, everyone has 4 of those 6 fragments unable to use, and they will have that go away, and everything will be able to utilize again when the community hits that goal. Little confusing, but that's what's going on. But moving on from there, guys, next week at Recess, Iron Banner is going live. And this is pretty exciting because Iron Banner essentially got a complete overhaul with this season. So now you're going to be able to do things like focus engrams. The Iron Banner tokens are gone. Now it's all about earning reputation, putting on more Iron Banner gear, and even ornaments, and even the emblem are going to get you more reputation, all of that stuff. Not only that, but the power level is disabled, so break out that recluse from years ago, you can use it, and the featured game mode is actually going to be Rift this time around. But guys, the last thing we have to talk about is that there is a huge charity marathon live stream going on leading up to GCX, and Bungie is going to be involved, so you can actually donate to gain access to this emblem right here. If you donate $20, and if you donate $60 or more, you get this elusive in-game emblem right here. So all the proceeds will go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, so you don't have to feel guilty about getting that awesome in-game emblem. And of course, the link to all this is in the TWAB, and the TWAB is directly linked in the description of this video. And so guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.